Hi guys, and welcome to another review with myself, Fanny Skulls, and Peter Fuljoen. And this is the Hyundai.
The Hyundai. How do you say it?
I heard it's Hyundai like Sunday. So
Well, that makes sense. And that coming from Farn Diesel. Awesome.
so this is the new I20, Pete.
The fluid, the
Yeah.
1 litre GDI. What does GDI stand for?
I've got no idea.
Gasoline direct injection. So this is a direct injection engine, so latest spec. But what's cool is you can actually still get this as a 1.4 litre normally aspirated, so you got a choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So turbo, I assume.
Turbo, yes.
1 litre turbo.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, my first impressions of this car is flipping amazing. It's a nice, edgy, funky looking car.
It is edgy, it is funky looking. It's obviously got the signature grille.
I like this black, the black on two-tone colors,
Yeah.
and the black finishes everywhere. It's flipping edgy.
Very, very edgy. I love the look of it, yeah.
Yeah. Is there a lot to say about the design and the exterior of this car, Pete?
Well, I think so. I mean, if you have a look at it, again, what I look for in a car is it different looking compared to its competitors in its segment? And there's no doubt that this car stands out as being unique in its design. So I can't say this looks like anything else, so
Yeah.
that I appreciate.
I do too. Okay, very nice alloy wheels. It's a 195/55/16, which is a common size tire, which, those odd sizes always get me. When you get an odd size tire and it's 3 times more expensive. There's a lot of thought gone to aerodynamics and obviously wind noise and that sort of stuff, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm going to be very interested to see, because these are quite big wing mirrors
Yeah.
for a car this size, so let's see if that impacts on any wind noise.
Okay, let's walk around to the back. This I appreciate. This little black trim at the bottom with the I20 in there, that's very nice.
Even here on the lights, on the tail lights, you've got the I20
Yeah, there's a
in the
lot
tail
of
light
small
itself.
little details which I appreciate. Okay, what do we expect first of all out of a boot this size?
Nothing much,
in a
because
car this size.
it's nothing much because it's quite small. It's a small car, so you got to look at what
First
they do.
impression is that that's actually very deep.
It is.
And is there a full-size spare wheel at the bottom there?
Let's have a look here. Yep, there's a full-size spare, so that's very decent actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice cargo hooks over here where you can just hang your shopping bags.
Something that I do see that's missing here, Pete, is that there's no split on the back seat here. So if you fold this down, you're missing out. You don't have the option. So it's a full.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I've never folded my seats down in a split version. I've always folded them both down.
If you have an option, then at least you have an option. If you don't have the option, you don't have the option.
Well, if the option's more expensive, this makes more sense.
Okay, so you'd say that's just to save some money.
Absolutely. It's much cheaper to make a single bench that folds down.
All right. Listen, I like everything I see from the exterior. Look at the nice design here on the fuel cap even, how that ties into the light.
Yeah,
into
that's
that
very cool.
line.
Very
There's a
cool.
lot of small little details that I appreciate.
Even the diffuser at the back.
Yeah.
We know it's not a real diffuser, but it looks the part, I've got to
Yeah.
say.
Makes it nice and sporty, so I think this is going to appeal to the younger generation.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's do a little funny fit. Let's get that seat upright again and see what it's like to sit in the back. All right. There's a lot of space, Pete.
Okay, but hang on a second. There's a lot of space, but where's this front seat? So, I'm sitting in here, look at the space I've got.
Yeah. So, Pete, can I be very honest with you?
Sure.
I don't really like this leather seat.
But funny, that's because it's not real leather. This is
Really?
this is artificial leather. And one of the ways you can tell, which I
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily encourage everybody to go do, but if you just scratch your nail,
Yeah.
leather will leave a mark, artificial won't.
All right. I don't know if I like that.
It's better than cloth seats, that's for sure. Cloth seats are dust magnet, dirt magnet.
Just so clean
from
wise,
keeping clean.
maintenance wise.
Spot
Okay. Okay, well, we'll give them that. If I talk about the funny fit, I'm actually very happy in the back of this car. It actually feels a lot bigger than what I thought it would be. There's a lot of small little things that I like. The interior lighting, because we drove this car at night, there's a lot of hidden lights and put away, which actually makes it feel nice and sporty inside. I've got a USB port at the back here. I've got air vents at the back, which I like and appreciate, because nobody always thinks about the the passengers in cars anymore. So I like it.
Another thing there is there's a seatbelt dock over there,
Right.
on the side.
Which
So
will make it easier for you to get it out. Or
no,
what's the reason
so you
for
put
that?
the seatbelt in there before you fold the seats down, so it doesn't get trapped like it is over there.
Okay. Oh, that's
So put it in there.
So this will go in there.
That's it. And now when you put the seats down, when you
Okay.
fold them down and you fold the seats back up again, your seatbelt is still going to be there.
Okay. Very clever. Okay, so let me come and get into the front seat. All right, Peter. The business end, where it all happens. You know what? I cannot be honest with you. I cannot actually wait.
Look at that.
Look at that. I cannot wait to drive this car. You know, I would love to have a little track day with something like this. It feels nice and sporty.
Well, Fritz was saying that. We were talking on our show last week with Vanna about the 24-hour race, and Fritz was saying this would be perfect for a
Really?
24-hour because it's got such a sprightly little 1 liter.
Yeah.
But
This display in front of me is amazing.
yeah, very premium.
Yeah, everything about it except the seats.
That's okay. 8-inch. Infotainment system,
touchscreen, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, everything that a young person would need. Something that I see. This is a manual air conditioner, not your automatic climate control.
Yeah, I mean, again, if we're going to try and fit in expensive clusters in a car in this price segment with an 8-inch multimedia system, you might have to compromise a little bit on the aircon. But I mean, Fani, how many people use the automatic aircon properly? Because most people get in and the first thing they do is adjust the fan, which disables the automatic part of it.
And it's got everything on steering wheel control. I've got cruise control on this side, and voice control, and my telephone, and all the dials that I need for there. This is flipping well kitted, eh? Two USB sockets at the front and a power socket there with a nice little cover. And this is a charging pod.
Yeah.
So, man, I like this. Nice. It's got the armrest and a little center glove box there, which is nice. I think I'm impressed, Pete.
No, it is. Listen, we were talking about the pricing on this at 333,500, I think it is.
338, wasn't it?
No, 333.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we were saying, but this is starting to creep into, sort of the small SUV type of pricing. In fact, it's more.
Yeah.
But the reality is that there's so much standard execution in this car for that price.
Yes.
It makes it worth it. It makes sense. So not everybody wants an SUV, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. We reviewed, for example, if we had to compare this to the Nissan Magnite, which is in that segment.
Yes.
Even though it did have a lot of features, this is a lot better execution.
Yeah.
If we talk about equipment, safety, etc., etc. And I don't think a lot of young people would like to play in that SUV segment.
So SUV is almost like a middle-aged, old toppy type of vehicle.
So I think there might be, even though I was worried about that, there might still be an audience for this car.
Absolutely, no doubt.
Okay, can we please go drive this?
For sure.
Let's go. Okay, Peter, seeing that I said that this was aimed at more the younger people, I thought who better than me to drive?
Well, I can think of a few.
So 1 liter turbo.
3-pot.
Listen, just feel the performance here. That's actually lekker windgat.
Yeah, very impressive.
Okay, so what do we want to talk about on this driving experience?
So I want to measure the wind noise of these mirrors.
Yeah.
I mean, even looking out at this mirror over here, you can see there's a lot of sculpturing that's taken place on the shape of this mirror to obviously accommodate its large size without making wind noise. So I'm quite keen to test that. I want to test the road noise. Small cars typically suffer from road noise because they can't be insulated as effectively as bigger cars because it adds weight and it adds cost.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the motor itself. How does this motor perform? But I mean, already it feels very sprightly.
In the low gears, definitely. It's very nice. Pete, I'm actually a little bit taken aback and speechless at the moment with the performance of the car. I really didn't expect that.
It's been something that's, I suppose it's taken me time to get used to, is having a very small block forced induction motor that replaces some of the big block stuff.
Yeah.
But I've got to say that the last few vehicles that we've driven that have had 1 litre 3-cylinder turbos have actually impressed our socks off, haven't they?
They have. And you remember the other, what was the smaller Peugeot that we did? The 2008.
Yeah.
That also had
The 3-pot.
a 3-pot. But was it a 1 litre or 1.2
1.2, yeah.
But the one thing that we must say is that they are a little bit noisier.
Yeah.
So we do have a little bit of engine noise. But again, a sporty car, you want to hear the engine.
Sure.
Listen, the comfort in here. Let's talk about that. Are you comfortable in your seats?
I'm okay. When I sat in the driver's seats, it felt like it was twisted to one side a little bit.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can feel that.
I'm actually okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I think it's when you get to an older age, maybe, that you
Well, maybe you should turn at the green light.
focus on the light
Yeah,
instead of chirping you. Okay.
Whoa, feel that.
Just feel that. Listen, can you imagine how much fun this would be around a track?
Well, we must talk to Hyundai.
Yeah.
Get
Okay. Infotainment system.
So 8-inch screen.
Yeah.
Nice
touch
big screen, touch screen. Obviously, I must just check if it's touch screen while we're moving. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool. I can't stand it when I believe that a nanny state has designed the screen and they disable the touch screen while you're driving, because then I'm trying to fiddle around with other buttons. But there are some quick menu buttons on the side in any case, which is cool. I like the fact that the volume is a dial.
Yes.
I don't like it when I've got to try and feel my way around on the screen itself. So this is nice and tactile and quick, and if the road is bumpy, I can center and stabilize my hand while I'm doing the volume.
Okay, so I'm coming onto the highway now, specifically because I want to see what the performance is like on the highway. Can we overtake when we... This has got a six-speed manual gearbox. So I want to get into 6th gear and then see if there's anything left.
Well, look, by the way, so far so good in terms of the wind noise. It's actually remarkably refined and quiet. Even tyre road noise is very, very minimal. I cannot hear a thing out of the wing mirrors or any of the aerodynamic effects over the body. So far so good.
We spoke about it. We didn't speak when we walked around the car, but there's a lot of stuff that they thought about when it comes to aerodynamics and wind noise. There's little strips at the back of the car for creating a vortex.
Yeah, there's little vortex generators, so it aids in noise, and B, it just keeps the car stable at high speed as well, reduces aerodynamic drag.
Okay, so that was 5th gear into 6th gear. I'm going up quite a slope here. Doing 131. Yes, like what more do you need?
You're in 6th gear now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
And if you put your foot down now, in 6 uphill?
There is a little bit of a delay. I can't really do much now with this car in front of me. So you still think that there's a market for this car based on the spec level and on what application? Because this, I don't think is it a small family car still?
No ways. This is not a small family car. I'll tell you what I would do with this car is, I mean, I think there's a place to have a car that you use to commute.
Yeah.
That it doesn't need to be a 2-ton gas guzzler premium vehicle.
Yes.
It can be a light, nimble vehicle like this that's got everything that you need, creature comfort wise.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost you a bomb to run, and is fuel efficient. So I would absolutely consider this as a daily commuter in comfort, just for myself.
Okay, but now you've got a valid point, because a lot of people will say that this is a lot of money. You know, if we're talking 330-ish for a small hatchback car, but with the spec level and everything that you get in this car compared to German competitors.
Yes.
This is a lot of value for money still if you compare apples to apples, because the comparison to the small crossover SUVs are actually less than this. Yes, but you're not comparing apples with apples.
Absolutely not. And not everybody, as we said, wants to drive an SUV, especially if you're using it as a commuter.
Yeah.
I've got to tell you something. This has really opened my eyes in terms of the possibilities of having an affordable car without compromising on the luxury features and specifications.
Yeah, I agree. So I think let's get back to the studio and give it our final thoughts and a rating. Yo, Pete, let's just get to it, okay? Final thoughts, ratings, and would you buy it, yes or no? Okay, so can I start?
You can start.
Okay, for me, it blew me away. Like, I didn't expect to actually like this so much.
Yeah.
The only two negatives for me, the automatic climate control that I feel is missing if you look at the rest of the specifications in the car. It's so well spec'd, I almost feel like they missed the mark there. And then you pointed out, and I'll leave the light discussion to you. If I had to give this a rating, a very solid 8 out of 10. And yes, I would definitely buy this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I you hit the nail on the head. This exceeded my expectations by some margin.
Yeah.
The standard execution in the car is amazing. I'll forgive them for that aircon. Nobody uses an automatic version in any case. My only letdown really is the lights.
What about the lights?
Well, they're halogen lights. I would have expected LEDs, more powerful, longer lasting.
Yeah.
So it's the only little setback for me on the car, but it's not a major. So my rating out of 10, also a solid 8. I would have given it higher had it not been for the lights. Would I buy one? Absolutely. This was a load of fun, and I can definitely see myself using this as a commuter car.
Yeah. Well, there you guys have it. That's our review on the Hyundai Sunday.
Hyundai Sunday.
The I20, and we'll see you guys again next week. Have a good one.
Cheers, everyone.